immigrant supporters. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me move closer to Patty so we can... Okay. Did you guys know that we have about 800,000 Latinos in Virginia right now?
We are 9% of the population, and 277,000 of us are eligible to vote.
That's true. We are bilingual. We're multicultural. We really try to contribute to our communities in any way we can.
Our population is young, educated, and entrepreneurial.
We create jobs. We actually love innovation. We adapt to change, and we start new businesses in places where we go.
We're the fastest growing ethnic group in the country, and our average age is only 27. Imagine what these young people can do given a chance.
Thank you. Between the years 2012 and 2017, Latino-owned businesses grew about 47%.
However, 27% of Latinos live in poverty and lack health insurance.
And now let me tell you something that maybe many of you don't know, but undocumented immigrants pay taxes. They do. Indeed, $1.3 billion in taxes, but they don't receive Social Security or any benefits.
So let me tell you about two young people I know. I have a friend who came here, he was brought here when he was 2 years old. He didn't know that he was undocumented until he was getting ready to apply for college, and he found out that he wasn't eligible for any sort of aid. He had been brought up in the U.S., he's an English speaker, he was educated by our educational system here in Virginia. He decided to dedicate himself to activism, to fight for kids like him. He has been taking one class at a time in community college because that's all he could afford. He couldn't get financial aid. And now he's a full-time student, he's found funding, he's going to graduate from college, and where is he going to go if they revoke DACA? We need people like him. I have another friend who's a student. He was born in the United States to undocumented parents. I'm sorry, not documented. They're here on temporary status, and that status is about to be revoked. So this student was born here. He's a U.S. citizen. He's getting ready to graduate from college, and his parents are going to be deported. He's spending his senior year of college meeting with lawyers, fighting for his parents. They came here on a temporary legal status, and they have been doing paperwork for 10 years. They still don't have a legal status that's permanent. We can't have that continue to happen to our young folks. They cannot be worried about their parents. They cannot be worried about their families. They need to worry about their own futures.
Thank you all for your support with immigrants. We are here representing Latinas, however, there are immigrants from everywhere in the world here. And the story that I'm going to tell you is a story that it's the most recent for me, because I brought my parents, Vallita and William, that are sitting there, I brought them from Venezuela. My country is going right now through a terrible crisis, political and economical. So I brought them because I didn't want it in my lifetime not to see my parents again. And every day I kept hearing stories and how people are losing their lives and how things are very tough there. And I said, oh, please God, help me. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to do anything I can to bring my parents here. And I'm blessed to have them here. But now that they're here, I'm going to tell you a story about my dad. My dad installed Rosetta Stone. How many of you know Rosetta Stone? He wants to learn English. He's doing his best. He really wants to learn English. He wants to communicate with people here. He really wants to adapt to this culture. This culture is very different from mine. My mom is telling me every day, why do the neighbors don't tell me good morning, buenos dias? Why do the neighbors don't hug me? Why people is like this? I said, they're not bad people. They're lonely indeed, but they're different. And we try to adapt to each other. My message to you today is this. After a certain age, it's very hard to learn a second language. I have my parents here trying every day their best, and there are many other. In their case, it's Spanish to English, but there are many other immigrants from everywhere in the world trying to learn how to adapt to this culture, how to bring the best of their culture and make a good impact here. And we need to open the door for that, for communication. We need to build bridges of communication and no walls, because that's what we need. Thank you all for supporting our immigrants. Thank you. How do we do this? How do we take action? First, we vote. We need to vote.
Call your congressman and demand a DREAM Act now.
Be thankful for those people in the Congress, representatives who are really holding their ground and trying to push the DREAM Act.
What can you do every day? You can be welcoming. We can all be welcoming of people of all backgrounds, all nationalities, because diversity is our greatest strength.
That is true.
Now come with us. Say it with us.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Yes, we can. Thank you.